everyone, welcome to my channel, 10 Ways to Wear It, your home for relatable, wearable, and affordable fashion. I'm Alicia, and today's video is a really thought-provoking video. Now, it's basically the beginning of a new year, and so you're seeing tons of videos about instant glow-ups. How to glow up overnight, how to glow up in 30 days, how to glow up in 60 days. And honestly, these people are not telling the whole story. If you really want to change your lifestyle, change your life, and change your looks, there's steps you're gonna have to take, and you're really gonna have to dig deep within yourself to do it. And I'm here to share some real tips and tricks on how you can glow up and really transform your life. I'm sharing real-time things that I am doing right now to glow up. I wanna improve my looks, I wanna improve my life, I wanna improve my lifestyle, and I really wanna manifest great things. And so I wanted to put this video together to share with you all not only what I'm doing, but what some of these people are lying to y'all about. So let's go ahead and jump right into this video, because we are ready to glow up and we're ready to do it the right way. Okay, so I'm ready to jump into this video and share my ideas on the truth about glow ups. But before I do, I have to mention something that's kind of become obvious to me. Why is it always the girls that are doing these like magical glow up videos? They're usually already thin, they're already pretty, they already have like money, living in some high rise in Atlanta or downtown LA or something like that. And they're talking about glowing up. It's like, really, you're not starting from the bottom. And a lot of us are. And so I think the perspective of some of these people that make these videos really is coming from a place that a lot of us can't relate to, because we are starting from the bottom. Okay, we are starting from scratch, trying to get ourselves together, trying to manifest that lifestyle we want, that life we want, as well as trying to change our looks. A lot of these girls are just perfect looking, and it's just like, okay, so is this after the glow up, during the glow up, because you look good, like, you know, and I know each person has their own personal journey, but that's just something that I've noticed, and honestly, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. It's just too many perfect girls talking about how to glow up and how they glowed up. And it's like, you was already cute, girl. I saw you years ago and you was cute. So anyway, I just had to mention that. But yeah, I want to go ahead and jump right into the video. So the first thing that you're going to need in order to change your lifestyle, your life, and your looks is money. It's gonna take money. All the things that we see these girls doing take money. Those spa treatments, you know, facials, laser treatments to improve your skin, the products that you're gonna need, laser hair removal, scar removal, stretch mark treatments. Like, you see a lot of girls like getting stuff done that they call part of their glow up, and they just talk about it like it's free. It's gonna take money to glow up. If you are talking about self-improvement, particularly concerning your looks and things like that, it's gonna take money. So the first thing a lot of us have to think about when we start planning for a lifestyle and a life glow up is how we're gonna get the money to do it. It might take you working some extra hours at work. You might have to pick up a second job for a little while to put some money aside. You might have to cut back on your spending. Like me, I have a good amount of income coming in from different sources, but I spend a lot of money. So I've had to cut back on my spending in order to save, in order to invest in myself. That might be something that all of us have to do, because it's gonna take money to glow up. Like I said, all those facials, spa treatments, laser treatments, you know, manicures, pedicures to keep your nails cute and all that stuff, keep your skin nice and everything, keep your hair done, those visits to the salon and things like that. It costs money. It is not free. And that is things that you're probably gonna have to filter into your glow up process. Of course, there's a lot of things that we can all learn to do ourselves. I learned to do a lot of things myself during COVID because a lot of things were shut down. So I know quite a few people who learned how to do their own nails, learn how to do their own pedicures and things like that. So of course, there's those options out there. At-home facials are great, but I think at some point you're gonna have to resort to a professional on certain things, particularly when it comes to like laser treatments and stuff like that, because I know for me, I have been getting laser hair removal on my face, like particularly my sideburns and stuff like that, just to help clear up my skin, because I do get ingrown hairs like in certain places on my face. And so that's something that I eventually had to go to a professional for. But a lot of things you can do at home, but still, even that's going to cost money. The equipment is going to cost money. The tools are going to cost money. The nails are going to cost money. So you have to think about, where is the money going to come from when I start my glow up process, and start planning for that. And like I said, there are options out there. You may have to pick up a second job, start working overtime, get a little side hustle going on, maybe babysitting, baking, whatever you're good at. You might have to start selling your talents, basically, because you're going to need money for your glow up. And that's just not talked about enough in these like videos that I see and stuff of people talking about glow ups. They never talk about the budget of a glow up. It's going to cost you. So get ready for that. That's the first thing I wanted to talk about. Let's go ahead and move on to the next thing you're going to need to do in order to glow up. The next thing I want to talk about that you need to consider when you start your glow up process is that glow ups take time. I think it's so unrealistic to put a time frame on someone else's glow up, like to say you can glow up in 30 days. Like, it's like, really, there's so many things that will factor into a person's lifestyle change, life change, and change of their looks. Things like your budget, things like your health, your education on the things that you want to actually change. Things like your mental state, where are you mentally? If you're starting from a place of depression, it's going to take you a little bit longer. Things like just your overall lifestyle, how you're currently living. It's going to factor into how long it's going to take. And so you have to really consider that, because a true glow up may take one person 2 months, and it may take another person over a year to do. And so it's unrealistic to go in thinking that I can do it in 30 days or 60 days just because she did. Because I might have a disability, a physical disability that stops me from working out or, doing certain things. I might have, mental struggles going on that I'm dealing with. So there's a lot of things to factor in. And so when you go into that glow up process, always consider that it might take you some time to do, and don't put the pressure on yourself of like trying to squeeze it into a certain amount of time, because there's just so much to consider. We're all different individuals, and we all have different issues that we have to deal with. And so when you're starting a process of changing your lifestyle, your life, and your looks, those are things you're going to have to consider that are going to add on time to that process. But the idea is to respect the process and accept that everything you're investing into it is going to be worth it. So whatever amount of time that it takes, it's worth it, because in the end, you're going to be the person that you really, really want to be. And you're going to be the person that God intended you to be, because I really think of a glow up as something special. A lot of people just use it as this surface term, but for me, it definitely is a little bit deeper. I think of it as like really reaching my potential and just elevating myself overall, my vibration, my spirit. It goes so much deeper than looks and anything like that. Making my life easier, making my life more comfortable, giving myself the things that I deserve. That's what comes to mind when I think of a glow up. And so it really is spiritual for me. And I think a lot of people need to consider that you might not be able to just do it in 30 or 90 days, like these girls are saying. Like, they just make it seem so frivolous. But I would say don't rush the process, accept that it may take some time. Consider those things like I talked about: budget, lifestyle, health, education, mental status. Consider that and give yourself time in order to make those transformations in all of those areas. So time is something you'll need for that glow up, girlfriend. Don't believe these people that are just saying you can do it. We can all do it in 30 days. Somebody lying, okay? The next thing I have to talk about is that glow ups require planning. They require advanced planning. If you are trying to change your life and you don't have a plan, you've already failed. You need to have a plan of action for yourself. A plan will help you to prioritize the things that are most important to you and to really start to develop a plan of action for your glow up process. If you don't do that, it's going to be a lot harder to do, because for one, you don't have a clear idea of what's most important to you. Developing a plan of action will really help you to figure that out. Like, what is your top priority when you're thinking of changing your life and your lifestyle? What's your top priority? Do you want to get in shape? Do you want to feel overall better, more energy? Do you want to address your money first? Do you want to change where you live and just live in a better area? Do you want to change your wardrobe? Like, it really is important for you to develop that plan of action so that you can target each of the things that you want to change in order of importance. A plan of action is always going to help you out with that. And so I think planning is one of the most important things that you rarely ever see talked about in these like glow up videos or these instant glow up type of things. You rarely hear them talk about like how to plan and how to like really sort out what you want to address in your life when you're thinking about changing your life. And so I would say work on developing a plan. It's super important. And like I said, it allows you to create a plan of action for each of your goals and prioritize them. You can tell yourself that you want to change your life all day long, but until you develop a plan and start taking action, you're just making false promises to yourself. You're just talking, basically. You're just blowing smoke, basically. A plan is definitely needed, and it's going to be that like roadmap to help you to address each of the things you want to change. Like for me, my top priority on my glow up, number one, before money, before anything, was to get in shape. I'm like, I need to get a gym membership and I need to commit to going to the gym. So that was like my top priority. For one, I had no energy. I found myself being super tired all the time. I was losing all of my muscle definition. I didn't like the way my body looked without my clothes. I just started to feel really, really crappy. And so I'm like, the first thing I need to do is address my overall physical feeling. I need more energy. For one, I wanted to start working more overtime at work so that I could save more money to the side. But in order to do that, I needed energy because I barely wanted to get out of bed on the days that I worked my regular days, let alone adding days of overtime. So I had to address that first. The second thing, of course, that I wanted to address was the money. And so that fell into play by working more overtime. You know, of course, I have my side job that I do with you guys, but I really just wanted to get more consistent with that and everything. So I needed energy. So like developing a plan really helped me to see what's more important for me here. In order for me to do this, I need more energy. In order for me to do that, I need more money. So developing a plan is super important. Do not psych yourself out of thinking that you don't need a plan. And that's where like a good daily planner comes into play. Journaling comes into play because you can write down your priorities first and then start to develop a plan of action for each of those goals. I've encouraged you all at the end of last year and the beginning of this year, get yourself a good weekly planner. I like a planner with time slots in it so that as the day goes on, I can tackle certain things. I'm going to link the one that I shared with you all previously in today's video. So if you're interested, you can go ahead and pick that up. But I think a good planner helps. I think journaling helps also to write down your goals and things like that, and also write down feelings and things like that. So try that out. Develop a plan before you go in blind, just saying, okay, I'm ready to glow up. And then 6 months from now, nothing's changed. It's probably because you didn't develop a plan and start checking off that list. So try that out, ladies. The next thing that I want to talk about that's super important is that glow ups require a certain mindset. When you are trying to change your life, you need to be mentally prepared for not only the process, but also the results. You want to heal from any lingering trauma, and you want to get yourself in the best mental position possible so that you're ready to focus and achieve your goals. Going into a process of lifestyle changes and life changes, you really do need to be your healthiest mentally. And so I would say if you're struggling mentally, or if you're just dealing with personal issues that are dragging you down and really affecting your focus, address those before you start your glow up process. That might mean going to therapy. If you can't afford therapy or you don't have insurance to cover therapy, that might mean talking to a friend who can help you out, or a pastor, or maybe a pastor's wife, your first lady, or something like that. Those are all resources that I have used before in the past because, like I said, starting that process, you really do want to be your best and your fittest mentally. A lot of people talk about the physical part of glowing up. A lot of people talk about, just the aspects of the results after the glow up, but they don't talk about that mental state. Your mental state is super, super important. If you're depressed and struggling mentally, it will be a lot more challenging to focus and achieve your goals. And so I would say make sure that you're addressing any issues that might be affecting you mentally. That could also mean spiritually, vibrationally, and a lot of other things. You want to address those before you go into your glow up process, because it's just going to make it a lot harder if you don't. It's hard to look at yourself in the mirror and feel good if you're depressed. It's hard to accept little achievements that you've made. Like maybe you didn't lose the whole 40 pounds you want to lose, but you've lost 5. But it's hard to feel good about that 5 if you're in a depressed state. You see what I'm saying? Like if you're in a healthy mental state, you can see those small goals for really what they are. And they are major, because all those little small goals are what get you to the bigger goals. So it's really good to be in a good mental state when you go into a process of changing your life, because if you're not there, it's just going to make things a lot harder for you. And it can definitely affect your perspective as well as your focus. And then another thing is that once you get to the results of what you want, so let's say you're the kind of person you want to lose 100 pounds. So you're going to go get weight loss surgery. You're going to start working out. You're going to seek a plastic surgeon after. You're going to get your body the way you want. You need to also be mentally prepared for the results. Let's say you're a woman who wants to just change her overall lifestyle. You want to get that high paying job. You want to move to another city. You want to change how you dress. You just really want to be the woman that you always saw yourself as. And let's say you do all of that and you get there. You need to be mentally prepared to be that new woman, or else you can be also setting yourself up for failure. Have you heard tons of stories of people who got weight loss surgery or got some kind of plastic surgery or BBL or this or that, and then mentally they weren't really ready for it, and so they didn't know how to handle the attention, handle just being in that better position, and so they kind of just fumbled the bag? I know so many people that's happened to, and I've heard tons of stories of that happening, and you don't want that to be you. So not only do you need to be mentally prepared for the process, but also the results. And so the best way to do that is to heal from any lingering trauma. Make sure that you are in a good mental state before you go in to start changing your life. Super important. And that's one of the most important ones I wanted to talk about in this video, because like I said, it's just not talked about enough in these types of videos and in the articles I read on different blogs and stuff like that. People don't talk a lot about mental state when it comes to this stuff. So, and we all, if you want to change your life, you can definitely do it, but you need to get this right before you do anything else. So that probably could have been number 1. It's number 4, but we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one. That was deep, right? Okay, the 5th and final thing that I want to talk about before I get into my own personal plan of action is that glow-ups require energy. And this is another thing that people do not talk about enough. It takes energy to do things like work out, meal prep, organize your home, organize your wardrobe, organize your life. Even just getting up out of bed and getting dressed takes energy, and managing your energy levels is going to be super critical in your glow up process. You need to find the energy to start making those goals happen, and a lot of it takes action. If you want to lose weight, if you want to tone up, if you want to look better, if you want to dress better, if you want to get out the house more, it takes energy, right? And so energy is going to play a very critical role in that process and in you achieving those goals. And so it's just not something that I hear a lot of people talk about in these videos. They talk on the surface. They don't get deep and talk about what you're really going to need to do in order to change your life. And energy is one of the biggest things that you're going to need to actually make those changes. You're going to have to manage your energy level. Things like getting good sleep, eating a balanced diet, taking supplements. If you know your diet is not the best, supplementation can really help a lot. Those things can drastically fuel your motivation. So if you're tired all the time, it's going to be a lot harder to get up at 5 a.m. and work out before work, or, go to the gym after work when you're already tired from work. You're going to have to manage your energy levels. Even things like just doing your own at-home facials, doing your nails, keeping your hair done. It takes energy. It takes me all day to do my hair. Like, I feel like it takes me forever. Like, when I really, really start doing it and I want to do a certain style, it takes me energy and it takes me time. And so I really think that's something that we all need to think about when you are moving into that life change and those lifestyle changes, and also changing your looks. You're going to want to manage your energy levels. And like I said, things like getting good sleep, a balanced diet, supplementation, all of those can definitely help you out. I certainly have some rituals that I do to manage my energy, because I get up and go to the gym at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yes, I am in the gym on the machines working out no later than 3:15, 3:30. I hate getting there past 3 because I just don't like working out around people, and I really try to be focused during my workouts. So I go at the crack of dawn, and it's like me and 5 other losers in there, and we all kind of just, hey, and then we get into it. And, we're very serious about it. Everybody who's there at that time is really serious about their workout and their, plan of action, whatever they have going on. So it's hard getting up that early. That means I have to go to bed at night. I can't be fumbling around on the phone. I can't be hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to go to bed at night. Also things like meal prepping and stuff like that, it's very time consuming and it does take energy. So if those are some things that you are filtering into your glow up process, accept the fact that you're going to have to manage your energy levels, because you can't be tired all the time trying to change your life. You feel me? You're going to have to make some changes, and, you know, supplementation can help with that as well. Taking a good multivitamin for women, taking maybe fish oil and things like that to help to regulate your moods and stuff. Those are all things that can really help you out a lot more. And if you all want an in-depth video on what I've been doing as far as supplementation goes, not only just to, you know, have more energy, but to grow my hair, clear up my skin and things like that, I can certainly bring you a more specific video about that, because I am in my 40s and, you know, managing my energy has been something that I've worked on for a long time. And also supplementation. I don't like the idea of taking a bunch of different things. So I've kind of narrowed it down to just what I need and what I know works for me and my body. So if you all would like an in-depth video about that, let me know. But yeah, energy plays a huge role in a glow up. People don't talk about it enough. But now I want to share, basically get into my kind of plan of action of what I'm actually doing to glow up. So before I summarize the tips in this video, I want to share a few things that I am doing for my personal glow up. So the first thing is saving more money. I've started working more overtime at my regular job. And also I've been trying to be more consistent with my social media work so that I can have more earnings from that as well. But really, I've cut back on my spending a lot. I've kind of gotten a little bit more serious about holding on to money. And I give myself a little process before I actually buy more expensive items. I'm talking more like fashion items, shoes, accessories, things like that. I usually just think really hard about how it's going to fit into my wardrobe. Am I really going to use it and wear it? And then I usually give it a day or two before I even make the purchase. So if the item sells out, to me, that's just the universe telling me you didn't need it. But saving money by not spending as much and then also working overtime at work has helped me to kind of get a little bit more of a savings in order to invest in myself. So that's the first thing I've been doing. The next thing I've been doing, working out 5 times a week. Your girl hits the gym faithfully, okay? And when I tell you I get up early, I'm going to insert a clip of the times I'm getting up. I get up early. Like I said earlier, it's just me and a few other people in there. So I can really focus on my workouts and kind of just move from machine to machine to machine without a lot of people being in my way, without a lot of distractions. So I love getting up, going to the gym early before work. It gives me a certain level of peace. It helps me to clear my head. And of course that means going to bed super early, but I'm like an old lady anyway. So I go to bed early anyway. But yeah, I really try to commit to going to the gym at least 5 times a week. Sometimes I even do 6, and it feels so good, y'all. So that's another thing that I've been doing towards my personal glow up, is getting them workouts in, and trust me, it's showing, and I feel the difference, which is amazing. The next thing I've been doing is writing down weekly challenges towards my goals and checking them off my list. So this week's challenge was to use my eyelash serum on my eyelashes every night after I wash my face. Like, the goals to me, they're small, but they're major because it gets me in the habit of doing things. Like last week, I had a commitment to just wash my face twice every night before bed and use my products, and also stick to my skincare routine, which is alternating between my retinol and stuff like every other night and so on. So every week I kind of set a goal. I write it down in my weekly planner, what it is. And I try to make sure to do that one thing every day. So there was a couple of weeks ago where I committed for that entire week to using my, there's like a buffing thing that I use on my body to kind of buff away dead skin. I use that like every other night. Like there's certain things that I'll do in the shower that I'll say, okay, every night I'm going to do this thing. So it's a good idea to write those things down and kind of check them off, because what you're really trying to do is form habits, especially when it comes to your body care and stuff. You want to form those habits because those little things do contribute to your glow up. They make you look better. They make you feel better. They make a difference in your skin and stuff like that. And I really want to clear up my skin. So that's been something I've been focused on. And like I said, this week was using my eyelash serum every night, and so far I'm doing good. The next thing I've been doing is I got a facial treatment membership as well as a massage membership. And I've been committing to my daily skincare. So for my facial treatment membership, I joined a place called Skin Laundry. They have different locations all over California. I'm not sure if they're in other states, but they do like heat thermal facials and things like that. And so I just went ahead and paid for a membership. It's like $200 a month, and I can basically get a facial every single week. Whereas before, just getting two would basically cost that amount anyway. So it's like, why not get the membership and I can go as often as I want. So that's something that I did. And also just the commitment of doing my skincare routine faithfully every morning, my daytime skincare routine, and then my nighttime skincare routine. So that's also something I've been doing because, like I said, I want to clear up my skin. Also meal prepping. That's another thing that I've been doing because I'm working on my overall fitness and health. Not so much trying to like drastically lose weight, but I want to be toned. I want to be tight. I don't want to be flabby. Like, it's super important to me that as I get my body, get smaller, lose weight, that I also gain muscle, look toned, look, fit. That's more important to me than actually losing weight. So meal prepping has been a big part of that to ensure that I get enough protein and things like that. So those are some of the things that I've incorporated into my personal journey. Of course, there's also a lot of little small things, going to bed early, journaling so that I can release things from my mind, saging my place, praying more to lift my vibrations. All of those are other things that I've also been doing to help just to encourage me and to keep me in the right mindset as I go through this process of changing my life. Because what I'm going to tell you is the goal that I have for myself is just to be the most beautiful person I can be inside and out, to make my life easy. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I want my life to be easier. I'm tired of working my ass off. I've been working my ass off since I was 19 years old, and I'm tired of it. So I want my life to be easier. I want to live comfortably. I want my home to be nice. I want my body to look nice for once. I want to be able to frolic on beaches, on vacation. And I'm in my 40s trying to do this, okay? I missed all of my 20s doing that because I was really heavy set. So I missed a lot of my life doing that, but I know I can have it. I know I can. And that's where that mindset comes into play. So yes, I'm in my 40s, but those are the things that I want for myself. I want to be comfortable. I want to know that I'll be able to retire at a certain age. So all of that's part of my glow up. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Now let's go ahead and summarize this video real quick because I want you guys to walk away with this information and be ready. So I'm going to give you guys a few tips just to walk away with before I wrap up the video. To have a successful glow up, you need to think long term. Be ready to invest in yourself long term. Accept that there's no quick fixes for the things that you want to make in your life. And accept that when you get to the result, it's going to be worth the process. The next thing is to be completely committed. It's like you almost have to be fed up. That's the point that I got to with my body, with my energy levels, with, my lifestyle, and just being tired and feeling like I work way too hard. I got to a point where I just basically felt fed up. So my level of commitment is beyond 100%. My level of commitment is like a 200% commitment. This time I am committed to making the changes that I want to make for my body, my life, my looks, everything, all of it. Yes, I want it all. So I am fully committed. The next thing is to make it your personal journey. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop looking at other people's bodies and their lifestyles and thinking, gosh, I want to be like her. No, you want to be like the best you. So doing that to yourself is just unhealthy. Stop the comparison. Stop putting yourself side by side to others. Accept that your journey is going to be different than theirs and work on you, okay? Because I think that's pretty detrimental to a lot of people, that comparison thing. It can really hurt you in a lot of different ways. The next thing is equip yourself. Get that gym membership. Start working a little overtime at work or get you a side hustle going. Start saving for those professional treatments that you want to get. Get you a good daily planner and a journal, and really just equip yourself to start working on those goals. It's super important. The last thing is to mentally prepare yourself for the journey as well as the results. We talked about that in the video. It's super important that you be in a good mental place before you start your glow up process, so that one, you can do all the things I just said. Think long term, be committed, equip yourself, be ready, all of that. You need to be in a good mental state. So prepare for the work and the new you, whether the goal is to change your body, whether the goal is to change your life, whether the goal is overall reinvention of who you are, or whether it's all of those things. You need to be mentally prepared. So go ahead, start preparing yourself, not only for the journey, but the results. And I think if you do all of these things, baby, they ain't ready. They ain't ready. Because I'm telling y'all right now, y'all ain't ready for the changes y'all about to see in me, because I'm just ready. I'm telling you, I'm ready to see myself just walking in a different way, just with my head higher, my back straight. Girl, wait for it, okay? Thank you all so much for checking out this video all about how to glow up in 2024. I really hope you found it helpful. I really hope that the tips, the tricks, and the ideas that I've shared with you all will help you to start your journey to glow up and improve your life, your lifestyle, and your looks. It's gonna be a tough journey for a lot of us because, you know, a lot of us have a lot of work to do, and a lot of glowing up starts with that interpersonal work. Healing from trauma, healing from bad past experiences, healing from those stigmatisms that you have kind of stuck on you that tell you that you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not this, you're not that. It really does start there. And that's where you clean up the roots of yourself in order to grow and blossom. So I want to encourage you all to really get into doing the work, make that commitment, do the things that I talked about in this video. And I really think that all of us can manifest the lifestyle and the life that we want for ourselves, as well as the looks. Don't think you can't get there, honey. You can lose weight, you can tone up, you can improve your face, you can do a lot of different things with your looks as far as improvement. So don't feel like you're reaching for something that's impossible, because there are improvements we can all make, and it is possible. So I want to encourage you all. I really, really hope that this video will help you. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button before you go. Of course, to all my regulars, I hope you enjoyed the video. I can't wait to see what you all have to say in the comments. I love you guys, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye, y'all.